watching SCAC Baseball Media Days, and joining us today from Shreveport, Louisiana, it is the Centenary College baseball team head coach Mike Diaz and junior pitcher Layton Tromba. And gentlemen, first of all, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us, Jamie.
Coach Diaz, we'll start with you. You enter your 4th year as head coach of the Gents, as well as your 10th year overall with the program. Just share with us, the program you guys have been able to build and kind of your goals and expectations as you go into the new year.
Yeah, I think it's kind of twofold for us. We were Division I for 7 years here, and we've been Division II. This is our third, or Division III. This is our third year now. So it's all the same. You're trying to build on each individual year. You're trying to get the best players you can, and you take what you did successful the year before and just build on that. And find the holes that you had the year before. Hopefully you can fill those and make those better. And then what you did fairly well the year before, you want to do it even better the next year. So, you're exactly right. You're just building every year. How can I make this team better? And that's what we're trying to do.
Coach, tell me a little bit about what you've seen so far throughout the preseason as you guys gear up for opening day here soon.
Preseason's been good. I think we have a lot of question marks this year. Last year was a very senior-dominated team, or at least junior-senior-dominated team. You kind of knew what you're getting into. You get in the season, everything's competition. The outcomes can be different, but this year's totally different than last year. We're going to go into it. We're going to have 6 freshmen starting, 5 freshmen starting, 1 newcomer being a junior college guy. We're only going to have 3 guys in the lineup in there last year. So offensively, a lot of question marks. They got to prove that they can do what they need to do for us to be successful. When you look at the preseason, we kind of knew what we had coming back with pitching. So that's always a good thing. I think we had fairly strong pitching last year with this guy and a couple other guys. So I feel like we're stronger on the mound. We know what we got. There's less question marks, and it's going to be on that other side of the ball offensively and picking the baseball and making the plays.
Layton, I'll turn to you. Tell me a little bit about some of the goals that you set for yourself or that the team has set for themselves this season.
I think more than just goals, is just be as a staff, just the number one thing is always competing. I'd say, 90% of the game itself is mental, and that's what we really need to keep our focus on, because I think talent-wise, we've got quite a lot of talent on the staff from top to bottom. And I think the main thing is going to be attacking hitters, feeling that we're better than them, knowing that we are, and just staying with that process, and I think we'll be just fine.
Coach Diaz, I'll come back to you. You mentioned last year a very senior-led team, went to the SCAC championship a year ago. This season, a younger team, but you still have a couple seniors and juniors on the squad. Tell me how important those upperclassmen are going to be for this team's success.
Yeah, it's going to be big, Even though you don't return a lot of starters, per se, on the offensive side, we do on the pitching side. The returners, whether they play or not, they're the guys that are setting the tone for the season. And that's really what this program's about. I don't care if you're a starter, you're a part-time player, or you don't play at all. When you're out there, you got to be a leader on the field. You got to bring these guys, these younger guys up. And you got to get them to understand how we play baseball here. That's one thing we talk about every day in practice. I love how this guy talks about mentality. But we talk about, hey, this is how you do it here. No matter where you've been, but this is how we're doing it here. So when Layton's sitting here talking about mentality and competing, I think we've done a good job with this guy, because that's what we preach every day.
Layton, I'll turn back to you. You hear your coach talk about, leadership among the seniors and juniors and doing the things you're supposed to do at Centenary. Just how important is it for you as an emerging junior to emerge as one of those leaders on this team?
Well, definitely. The younger guys, it's just a natural instinct to look up to the older guys that have already been here. We already know what the program has leaned on, our good coaches, good players, and we trust who they bring in every year, and we know that each continue to get better based off of the recruits and everything else. So as far as leaders, we have plenty of leaders in the upper class that have been here, and we know how to get the ball rolling, and we'll do that.
You're watching SCAC Baseball Media Days here with the Centenary College baseball team, head coach Mike Diaz and junior pitcher Layton Tromba. And Layton, I'll come back to you as we start looking at some of the positions. As one of the pitchers on the team, just tell us what you've seen so far from the pitchers and catchers and who you feel can really emerge this season.
I mean, I like what we've had so far, our starting catcher from last year isn't back, but the new guys are really trying to work hard and implement, more than anything, more than just as a staff, it's important for the catchers to know how each pitcher works. Every pitcher is a little bit different, so the game plan to success for one person may not be the game plan to success for another, and I think the catchers are really trying to get with us and work on that, and the coach is doing a great job of keeping that as the main part of focus, because more than anything, it's just about comfort and getting in a rhythm with that catcher. And so I really like what we've done this last fall and this spring, and I think we're right where we need to be to start this season.
Coach Diaz, I'll turn back to you. Tell me a little bit about the infield and how that's what that mix is looking like going into the new year.
Yeah, like I said, question marks. We feel like we've got some talented guys, but when you're playing with guys that never even been in college, they've got to prove that they can do it in the season. I feel good about coming out of the fall, but we're going to go with a third base, shortstop, second base, and catchers that have never played college baseball before. So we're going to have one returner. That's Mark Martinez at first. So like I said, it's a question mark. We feel comfortable with our talent guys. We feel like they're there, but they've got to prove it.
And as we continue to talk about youth and new players, we move into the outfield. Tell me a little bit also about the outfield.
Yeah, at least the outfield, we got 2/3 coming back. So we got Chris Sebastian, we've got Nick Parrott. There'll be 2 returners. They're going to be a big part for us in the outfield. I think they're plus defenders, and hopefully they continue to improve on their offense as they did last year, their junior year. Chris is a junior, Nick's a senior. We're going to go with a freshman out there. Got a kid from Atlanta, Chris Jones Jr., so another young guy. But really in the outfield, make the routine play and swing a little bit is what we're looking for them to do.
Gentlemen, we'll get you out on this final question. Layton, we'll start with you, and Coach Diaz will let you get the final word on this. For Centenary to be successful in 2014, that is, what are going to be some of the keys to success?
Well, I'd say the key starts with throwing strikes from the pitching standpoint, attacking hitters, getting outs as early as possible, getting on and off the field as quick as possible. As far as that, as long as we have some good defense, which I feel we will, and a little timely hitting, I think we'll be in just great shape.
And Coach Diaz, your thoughts on the keys to success?
Yeah, you're always going to lean on your pitching and your defense. I think that's the thing that really gets you in the championship caliber baseball. You got to swing it too. There's no doubt. You need all facets of the game. I really think the one thing we harp on our guys is you better come out and compete all 9 innings. And if you do that and you got a little bit of talent, that's what separates the decent teams from the championship caliber teams. And, that's what we got to do. We got to come out and compete. So looking forward to doing it. A lot of practice time against the same jersey, so looking forward to getting out there the first weekend against ETBU and going against somebody with a different colored jersey.
You have been watching SCAC Baseball Media Days with the Centenary College baseball team, head coach Mike Diaz, junior pitcher Layton Tromba. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate your time, and good luck to your team in the upcoming season.
All right, thanks, James. Stay warm up there. We'll see you.
The Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference, a conference of good sports.